This tip is going to make your toe heel taps or toe taps in shuffle dance feel so much more efficient, so much more clean, so much more sharp and snappy. So let's just jump right into it. A huge mistake that I see shufflers do that they don't even realize that they're doing when it comes to toe heel taps specifically, it happens in a lot of other moves as well, but we're gonna focus in today. They stretch their leg so far from their base leg. Let me show you. Instead of keeping this leg nice and tight and close to the base leg, like this, right? Like this would be the maximum I would recommend to stretch out. So many shufflers are going like this. Like this awkward position. It's already awkward as it is, right? Our knee has to buckle in. But this rotation plus the stretching of the leg, and then it ends up being really, really far. I also tend to see people not only stretch it far, but they stretch it kind of like behind them a little bit. And then this just makes for an awkward position. So we want it to look like this. Pop, 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 pop. Look how fast I can go this way, right? Versus having it stretched really far like this. Like I feel like I have to work 100 times harder. So not only is this gonna be more efficient for you, but it's gonna look a heck of a lot cooler. So what you're gonna do, I'm gonna teach from the back. When you're thinking about your action leg, so the leg that's actually saying toe and then heel, right? The base leg is the one that's gonna be doing that micro bounce and holding your body on the base. I want you to think of this light beam. This is gonna sound weird, but I'm the queen of analogies. This light beam that basically goes from like above your head toward your shoulders, your hips, and then to the ground, okay? So ideally, as best as you possibly can, you want to keep all pieces of your action foot within the parameters, give or take, of that light beam. This is my center of gravity. That's what that light beam represents, by the way. It's your center of gravity, and I'll explain why in a second. As soon as you're going outside of that envisioned light beam, AKA your center of gravity, number one, what goes out must come in. And what I mean by that is it's going to take you way longer, especially if you're dancing to faster music, to like try to get this foot all the way out there. And then afterwards, trying to shift your body all the way over there. Like it just becomes not only clunky, but it becomes inefficient. So if you're trying to shuffle faster, this is going to hinder that. The other huge benefit to staying under your center of gravity is that you get to direct all of your power and energy down rather than out. So instead of feeling like, oh, I got to reach all the way over here or back here or wherever crazy ways we're placing our toe, we literally get to think, okay, all my energy, all my strength gets to go, boom, directly here. This is sharp. Every single piece of this leg is activated right now because I'm not so worried about stretching it out. So in your toe heel tap, I'm gonna face it back again. In your toe heel tap, staying nice and grounded, core is nice and tight. When you hop into that first toe, notice that my toe is relatively like just wider than hip distance apart, right? And then when I turn and I rotate, my heel actually drops down on the exact placement, give or take, where my toe was. I'm not stretching it out further and then coming in. I'm not putting it in at the beginning and then stretching out. It's like we set where we want it to go and we leave it there, okay? This is gonna make the transition to the other side so much more efficient as well, because all you have to do now, you're staying under your center of gravity and you're just gonna switch, right? Pop, pop. Switch so that the action leg, which was the right leg in this case, becomes the base leg now. So the right is the base leg. And notice how close this toe is. If I stand straight, this is relatively within my hip distance apart. Now notice, it doesn't have to be perfect, right? Not saying like if you go a millimeter out of hip distance, that's not gonna work. Like don't stress about that. We just want to think of that light beam, stretch it a little further than your hip distance apart, and then try to keep everything more condensed in there. It's gonna look sharper, it's gonna look smoother, and it's gonna feel a heck of a lot better. If this was helpful, do not forget to subscribe to Shuffle Shred right here on YouTube. I post tips every single week on how to become a more powerful, confident, and unique shuffle dancer, and I'll see you in the next one.